Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, after a tough 2-0 loss to the Marlins on Saturday, the Cubs are looking to bounce back and earn a series win over the Marlins in Sunday afternoon's game. Let's get today's game started. We're going to see that the Cubs are going to have some lineup changes today, as a couple of guys are going to get rested. The Marlins have a lefty on the mound. So Ehire Adrianza is going to be slotted into second base today. And Mike Tauchman is going to take an outfield spot for Bryce Harper. So it's not snowing in Chicago today, but it looks like it could be from the lineup. And then in order to adjust for all this, we're going to see that happen. We're actually going to move Estrada up to number 2 today. Cron is going to bat 5th. Tauchman, Amaya, Adrianza. That's going to be today's lineup. So now the Cubs are sending Lance McCullers out to the mound. He's making start number 16. He has an 8-2 record with a 3.40 ERA and a 1.32 WHIP. The Cubs lineup today is going to be Correa, Estrada, Santana, Springer, Cron, Amaya, Tauchman, Adrianza, and McCullers batting 9th. For the Miami Marlins, Braxton Garrett is going to be making the start. He's making appearance number 15. With a 3-4 record, he has a 2.59 ERA and a 1.05 WHIP. The Marlins lineup today is going to be Harrison, Anderson, Diaz, Blade, Isan Diaz, Rojas, Corey Dickerson out and left, McCann catching, and Braxton Garrett doing the pitching. It is 74 degrees and the wind blowing out to center at 10 mph. So it might just be a day for the long ball. We'll have to see what happens. The Cubs coming in play today, first place in the National League Central, and the Marlins entering play last place in the NL East. McCullers working with an 0-2 count. He is looking for the sign, shakes him off once, and now I believe he is ready to deliver the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a curve down and away, and he got him to chase for out number 1. Anderson now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. McCullers deals strike 3 on the outside corner. That's a sinker for strike 3, and that's out number 2 in the inning. McCullers now facing Lewin Diaz with 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the 1-ball count. McCullers delivers a grounder towards second. Adrianza has it. He throws to first. That's out number 3. So McCullers works a perfect first. We go to the bottom of the first inning of a 0-0 ball game. Carlos Correa leading off against Braxton Garrett here in the bottom of the first inning. Full count. Carlos Correa waiting for the pitch. He is standing in there. There's a grounder towards short. Picked up, thrown over to first. That's going to be out number 1. Estrada now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Garrett working. Here comes the first pitch, and he grounds that one to third. Picked up, thrown over to first. That's going to be out number 2. Santana now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch, and Santana grounds it up the middle. The shortstop fields again. The throw to first, and the inning is over. The Cubs retired on 3 straight ground balls. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 ball game. McCullers now facing Blade. Leading off with a 1-2 count. McCullers delivers. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's 3 strikeouts on the day for McCullers as the first batter is retired in the second inning. Isan Diaz now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. McCullers delivers and a pop-up in foul territory. The catcher chases, and that is out number 2. Rojas the batter, 2 outs, nobody on. 1 strike is the count. McCullers comes at him. That's a pop-up to center field. Chasing is Springer. He gets under it to make the catch and end the inning. So the Marlins retired in order. Again, we go to the bottom of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Springer now leading off after he caught that fly ball to end the last half of the previous inning. And now Springer facing Garrett with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and that is strike 3 on the inside corner. That was a fastball, and Springer froze. So now out number 1. Garrett facing Cron, 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. C.J. Cron lines that one over the third baseman's head down into the corner. Cron's going to have extra bases. He rounds first, heading for second, and he is going to slide in with a 1-out double here in the bottom of the second inning. That is the first base hit of this ball game. Bringing up Miguel Amaya with 1 out and the runner on second. Cubs trying to break this scoreless tie. Garrett working with a 2-2 count. Here is the pitch to Amaya, and he pops it up in foul territory. The catcher chases, and he retires him for out number 2. That'll bring up Tauschman with 2 outs and the runner still on second. Garrett working with a 2-strike count, and Tauschman loops it into short left center field. That's going to drop in for base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Cron. He is going to slide home safely as Tauschman drives him in with an RBI single here in the bottom of the second inning. Cubs have now taken a 1-0 lead. We're going to see Erie Adrianza come up now with 2 outs and the runner on first. Garrett waiting for the delivering the 1-1 pitch. There's a grounder over to second. Picked up, thrown to first, and that's going to end the inning. So the Cubs score a run, taking a 1-0 lead into the top of the third inning. McCullers now facing Dickerson to lead off for the Marlins in the top of the third. Here's the first pitch to Corey Dickerson. And a grounder towards short. Picked up by Correa. He throws over to first for out number 1. McCann now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. McCullers working with a 1-2 count. Here is the pitch to McCann, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the cutter on the inside corner. That is out number 2. Strikeout number 4 for Lance McCullers as he now faces the pitcher Braxton Garrett with 2 outs, nobody on. 1 strike is the count. And Garrett grounds it to second. Adrianza has it. He throws to first, which ends the inning. So the Marlins are retired 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the third of a 1-0 ball game. McCullers now leading off against Garrett. And a reversal of roles here in the bottom of the third inning. 1 ball is the count. Here's the pitch to McCullers. He grounds it over to first. Picked up, easily winning the foot race to the bag as the first baseman for out number 1. Correa now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 is the count. The pitch to Correa. There's a drive to deep left field. I believe he got all that one. It is out of the ballpark. Carlos Correa with a solo home run here in the third inning, giving the Cubs a 2-run lead. 429 feet as he hit it out onto Waveland Avenue behind the left field stands. And now that'll bring up Cairo Estrada with 1 out and nobody on. Estrada facing Garrett with a 3-0 count. Here comes the pitch. And Garrett misses wide for ball 4. So he seems to have had his confidence shaken a bit after giving up that home run. Danny Santana now the batter. With 1 out, 1 man on. Garrett facing Santana in the bottom of the third inning. 2 strikes is the count. Santana swings and misses for strike 3. So that'll be the second out of the inning. And it brings up George Springer. 2 outs, 1 man on. Garrett facing Springer. First pitch, and Springer pops it up. Deep center field, it's carrying, but there's going to be room on the warning track. The catch is made to end the inning. So the Cubs score again, taking a 2-0 lead into the top of the 4th inning. And now Monte Harrison leading off for the Marlins here in the top of the 4th. McCullers working, 1 strike is the count. Here comes the pitch. Grounder in front of the plate. Amaya has it. Oh, and he bobbles it. Amaya bobbles it. The throw down to first is late, and Monte Harrison is going to reach on an error. So that is the Marlins' first base runner of this ballgame. And now Brian Anderson is the batter. With a runner on first, nobody out. McCullers working from the stretch for the first time today. Here's a 1-ball count, and the grounder is over to second. The throw goes to short. There's no relay to first, however, as the double play is broken up at second base. So now With 1 out and runner on first, Lewin Diaz is the batter. Top of the 4th inning, Cubs up by 2. McCullers working. Here comes the first pitch, and the runner goes, the throw goes down to second, and he is out. So Miguel Amaya throws out his 8th base runner of the season, as the Marlins now have 2 outs and nobody on. McCullers now needs to focus on Lewin Diaz, get out of this inning. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. McCullers delivers. And a liner into center field coming in fast is Springer. He dives and he makes the catch. George Springer with an excellent defensive effort, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. It is a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Cubs. Braxton Garrett now facing C.J. Cron. Leading off for the Cubs in the bottom of the 4th. 2-2 is the count. Braxton Garrett delivers. There's a grounder towards short. Picked up, thrown over to first for out number 1. And now, McCann the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. And there's a liner into the gap in right center field. Excuse me, McCann is doing the catching. That was Miguel Amaya, the Cubs catcher, who just hit a single with 1 out at the top of the 4th inning. Mike Tauschman now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Braxton Garrett working with a runner on first. 2-2 count, and Tauschman grounds it over to first. The throw goes to second. There's no relay back, however, to first, and so the Cubs stay out of the double play. That's a fielder's choice to get the lead runner. Now with 2 outs, runner on first, Correa is the batter. Bottom of the 4th inning, Cubs looking for some insurance runs. Here comes the 3-1 pitch, and that is low. It is ball 4, so that is the 2nd walk of the day issued by Braxton Garrett. The Cubs now have 1st and 2nd with 2 out, and the pitcher McCullers is the batter. Bottom of the 4th inning, McCullers facing Garrett. Here comes the pitch. Grounder towards second. Picked up, thrown quickly over to first to end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2. They do not score. We go to the top of the 5th of a 2-0 Cub lead. McCullers now working to Blade here in the top of the 5th inning. 3-0 count. McCullers delivers. That is low. It is ball 4. So that is a walk. That's the first walk of the day issued by McCullers. And now Isan Diaz is the batter. Blade over at first has some speed. I don't know if they're going to try to run with him or not. Let's see what happens now. We're going to throw to first on the first pitch just to keep him safe. Keep him close. He dives back safely. Let's pitch to the batter, see what happens. Foul ball, strike 1. Diaz now waiting for the 2nd pitch. Here it comes. Check swing. That is a ball low. And so now we'll throw over first again, see if we can catch him napping. Nope, Blade dives back safely. And McCullers now working with Diaz with a 1-1 count. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Oh no, a foul ball. All right. So that's going to be a foul ball for strike 2. Excuse me. McCullers now working with a 2-strike count. Let's see if he can finish this off. That's strike 3 called right at the belt. Man, I don't know how he let that one go by. First out of the inning, and now Rojas the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Throw over to first, keep the runner close. First pitch to Miguel Rojas, and that is high. It is, a curveball, and they're calling it strike 1. All right, so it dropped right into the zone there. Let's see what happens now with strike 1. Oh, up and in, that's a ball. And now, pitch to the batter again, see what happens. That's a check swing. Does he go around? Nope, that's ball 2. 2-1 is the count. Here's a grounder towards short. The throw to second, the relay to first, and there's a 6-4-3 double play. That's going to get him out of the inning. So the Marlins do not score. We go now to the bottom of the 5th of a 2-0 ball game. Garrett now facing Correa to lead off for the Cubs in the bottom of the 5th. 1 strike is the count. Braxton Garrett delivering the pitch, and that is a pop-up to short left field. Coming in as the left fielder, he has a line on it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Cairo Estrada with 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball is the count. Estrada grounding it towards second. Picked up and thrown to first. That's out number 2. Danny Santana now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here comes the first pitch to Danny Santana, and he grounds that one up the middle. The shortstop plays. He throws to first, and the throw is just in time by half a step to get Santana in the inning. We go now to the top of the 6th. It's a 2-0 ball game. Corey Dickerson leading off against Lance McCullers here in the top of the 6th inning. 1 strike is the count. McCullers delivers the pitch. There's a liner into right field coming in fast, and playing it on the hop is the right fielder. So Tauschman plays it on the hop, and that is the first base hit of the ball game for the Marlins. You really wish you would have seen him put forth a little more effort there, I suppose. So now James McCann is the batter. Runner on first, nobody out. Here comes the pitch. Grounder towards second. Picked up, thrown to short. The relay to first. There's a 4-6-3 double play. And the Cubs infield defense has looked sharp today. So now 2 outs and nobody on. Ramel Tapia is pinch hitting for the pitcher spot here in the top of the 6th inning. McCullers working with a 2-2 count. Here is the pitch. And a grounder past the first baseman down the right field line. That's going to be extra bases. Tauschman cuts it off. He gets it into second. The runner slides in safely, and that is going to be a 2-out double here in the top of the 6th inning. So the pinch hitter comes through for the Marlins. And now Harrison is the batter with 2 outs and the runner in scoring position. McCullers working out of his first jam of the day here. 1-2 is the count, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. McCullers ends the inning with a strikeout. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 2-0 Cubs. George Springer is going to face Nick Neidert, who is coming out of the Marlin bullpen. Neidert has a 1-0 record. He's thrown 9 1/3 innings, walked 1, struck out 9, with an ERA of exactly 0. Neidert facing Springer, Cron, and Amaya here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 ball is the count. Nick Neidert looking to deliver the pitch. And here it comes. And a drive to deep left field. I think Springer got all of that one. It finds its way to the seats. George Springer with a solo home run, the 2nd for the Cubs today. And now they have a 3-0 lead going into the bottom of the 6th inning. 404 feet into the left center field bleachers. George Springer has just hit home run number 14 on the season. And now Nick Neidert is facing C.J. Cron. Bottom of the 6th inning, Cubs up by 3. Here's a 2-2 count. And the pitch to Cron, and he hits him. Oh, and there's a fight. Cron coming out. He's going to square off with Neidert. There's punches thrown, and they're both going to get ejected for the melee. So now, in need of a new first baseman, what's going to happen here is Santana is going to slide over and play first, and Malik Smith will be brought in to play left field. Miguel Amaya is the next batter for the Cubs. He comes up to face Eduardo Jimenez, who comes out of the Marlin bullpen. Jimenez has thrown 23 innings, walked 8, struck out 19, and with a 3.52 ERA. So there is a runner on first, which is Malik Smith. Amaya's the batter. Bottom of the 6th inning. McCann, who is above average behind the plate. We're going to be looking for a spot to run with Malik Smith here. So here comes the pitch. First pitch to Miguel Amaya. And that is inside. It's a fastball for ball 1. So I think on the second pitch, we'll be looking for a breaking pitch. We're going to try to steal a second. Let's see what happens. That's low. The throw goes down to second, but Malik Smith speedily takes his 10th base of the season. He's now on second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now Amaya is going to work with a 2-2 count, and he drives that one in the gap in left center field. That's going to drive in the run. Malik Smith rounding third. He's going to score easily as Miguel Amaya slides in with an RBI double, making this a 4-0 ball game in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Miguel Amaya, credited with the RBI, that is his 20th of the season. Mike Tauschman now the batter with a runner on second, nobody out. Eduardo Jimenez working with a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. And there's a liner into center field for another base hit. Tauschman just got his first base hit of the game. Amaya rounding third. He's heading home. The throw comes home. Oh, the throw was in time, but the catcher biffs it, and the run is going to score. So Tauschman with an RBI base hit. This is now a 5-0 ball game. Tauschman with RBI number 16 on the season. Amaya comes around to score, and now Adrianza is the batter with a runner on second, nobody out. That is 3 consecutive doubles for the Cubs. No, it's not. It's 2 consecutive doubles, and then there was a hit batsman. That's what it was, and he stole second. So now, Jimenez facing McCann, facing Adrianza, with McCann doing the catching. Here's the first pitch. Popped up to center. This is going to be a can of corn fly ball out to center field. He gets under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Next up is the pitcher McCullers with 1 out, runner on second. He is going to be looking to lay down the bunt right here. Let's see if McCullers can execute. He bunts it down to third. Perfect place. Oh, they throw to third and they get the lead runner. Oh, they got him on a tag play. So McCullers bunts it to third, and Anderson turns around and throws out Tauschman, who is not slow, going from second to third. They get him on the tag play. McCullers is safe on first now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And Carlos Correa is the next batter. 0-2 count to Correa. There's a swing and a miss to end the inning. So the Cubs score 3 runs, taking a 5-0 lead into the top of the 7th inning. And now McCullers working to Brian Anderson here in the top of the 7th. Anderson 0 for 2 today. 1-2 is the count. McCullers delivers. Here it comes. There's a drive to deep right field. I think Anderson might have gotten all that one. He finds the seats. So that is a solo home run. The Marlins have their first run of this ball game, 425 feet down the right field line. And that is going to be a 4-run lead now for the Cubs. Lewin Diaz, the next batter, top of the 7th inning. McCullers needs to not hit this batter. I can't really emphasize that enough. Here comes the first pitch from McCullers, and he gets a pop-up to center. Chasing is Springer. He calls off Tauschman, makes the catch for out number 1. J.J. Bleday now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch from McCullers, and he gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a sinker that dove down under his bat for out number 2. McCullers now with 7 strikeouts on the day, facing Isan Diaz. 2 outs, nobody on. Full count pitch to Diaz. Here it comes. Strike 3 is called. 8 strikeouts on the day for McCullers as he heads back to the dugout. The Marlins score once on the home run. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is now a 5-1 ball game. And today, to lead the 7th inning stretch, we have Placido Domingo here to regale us with his version of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Eduardo Jimenez now pitching to Cairo Estrada here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs are up by 4, looking for some insurance runs. Cubs hit Jimenez pretty hard last inning. Let's see if they can keep it up. Estrada grounding it towards short. The shortstop plays it, but he bobbles it. He does not have a play. The throw does not go to first. That's going to be an infield single, apparently, for Cairo Estrada. And now Santana's the batter with a runner on first, nobody out. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Danny Santana. He grounds it back toward the mound. The pitcher has it. The only play is at first, and Santana, hustling down the line, beats it out for another infield single. So the Cubs, with back-to-back infield singles, suddenly have 2 men on with nobody out. George Springer now the batter. He hit a home run earlier in this ball game. He is facing Jimenez with runners on first and second, nobody out, here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Springer with a 1-ball count, waiting for the pitch, and there's a grounder toward the mound. The pitcher has it. The throw goes to second, and they throw out the middle runner to get out number 1. There are now runners on the corners on the fielder's choice with 1 out, and Malik Smith is the next batter. Smith batting for the Cubs in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1 is the count. He's waiting for the pitch. There's a grounder toward third. The throw goes over to first, and that's out number 2. The third baseman alertly looked the runner back, and then throw to first to get the grunt for the force out. Miguel Amaya now the batter with 2 outs, runners on second and third. Bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the 2-0 count to Miguel Amaya and the pitch. And a liner up the middle, that's a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Rounding third and heading home is another runner. He's going to slide and he'll be safe. Miguel Amaya with a 2-run RBI single, giving the Cubs a 7-1 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And now Mike Tauschman is the batter. 2 outs, runner on first. Cubs up by 6. Here's the first pitch to Mike Tauschman. And a pop-up to short left field. Coming in is the left fielder. He makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs get 2 more. We're going to the top of the 8th of a 7-1 contest. McCullers on the mound for inning of work number 8. He's going to face the 6, 7, and 8 batters in the Marlins lineup here in the top of the 8th inning. 3-1 is the count. McCullers delivers the pitch. That's a grounder up the middle. Shortstop Correa has it. Throw to first for out number 1. Next up, Corey Dickerson. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Corey Dickerson. And a liner past the third baseman into left field. That is going to be a 1-out single for Corey Dickerson as he stops at first after a wide turn, bringing up James McCann. 1 out, 1 man on. McCullers working with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch to McCann. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. McCullers has strikeout number 9 on the day. That was a changeup. And now Aguiar is the batter with 2 outs and the runner on first. Top of the 8th inning. McCullers trying to close out this inning. Here's a 1-2 count. McCullers delivers. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. McCullers gets 10 strikeouts in the ballgame. We go now to the bottom of the 8th of a 7-1 contest. And that is going to be the final batter that McCullers is going to face in this ballgame. His spot is due up second. We are going to warm up Joe Jimenez to pitch to the Marlins, the top of the Marlins lineup in the top of the 9th inning. And we will also warm up Gabriel Moya in the event that Jimenez struggled out there a little bit. Now, Adrianza leading off for the Cubs in the bottom of the 8th inning, and he's facing a new pitcher, Jordan Holloway, who has come out of the Marlins bullpen. He's thrown 16 2/3, walked 8, struck out 11 with a 1.62 ERA. Holloway working with a 2-ball count. Here is the pitch to Ari Adrianza. And a grounder towards short, picked up by the shortstop, and he bobbles it again. The shortstop bobbles another ball. That is again called an infield single. And that's going to put Adrianza on first to lead off the inning. Now McCullers comes up, and this is where we're going to pinch hit with Tristan Casas. Casas coming off the bench. He is 3 for 20 on the season with a home run and an RBI. Holloway facing Casas in the bottom of the 8th inning. Runner on first, nobody out. 3-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 4. So that was a fastball down, and the walk puts runners on first and second with nobody out. Holloway now facing Correa with runners on first and second, nobody out, bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. 2-2 is the count. The single goes up the middle. That's a base hit. Correa singles, which is going to load the bases here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And now Cairo Estrada is the batter. Nobody out. Cubs up by 6. There are 3 runners on base. Jordan Holloway struggling as the first 3 runners have reached here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. There's a pop-up to center. Coming in fast as a center fielder, and he pulls it down for out number 1. It was shallow center field. There was no chance to score as Harrison got the ball back in quickly. And now Danny Santana is the batter. 1 out, bases loaded. Here is the 1-2 count and the pitch to Santana, and he swings and misses for strike 3. So Santana strikes out, and suddenly the Cubs have 2 outs and the bases loaded, and George Springer the batter. Springer with a home run. He is 1 for 4 today, facing Holloway in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Springer, and he drives that one into deep left field. That's going to be just over the seats And Springer has his second home run of the day. That gives the Cubs an 11-1 lead. A grand slam home run for George Springer. 386 feet out into the seats in left field. And now the Cubs have a 10-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. George Springer with 2 home runs on the day. He's up to 15 now on the season. And he has been blistering hot over this last week. Colton Hawk now coming out of the Marlins bullpen. He's thrown 2 innings this whole season, allowed 2 hits, struck out 3, and has an ERA of 0. Hawk facing Malik Smith with 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the full count pitch. Hawk delivers low for ball 4. Malik Smith takes the base as he trots down to first, and it brings up, I'm going to set these relievers down. It brings up Miguel Amaya with 2 outs and the runner on first. Hawk working with a 2-2 count, and that's a swing and a miss to end the inning. So the Cubs score 4 times. That was a grand slam home run off the bat of George Springer. We're going out at the top of the 9th of an 11-1 ball game. And now Jimenez is ready to come in, and he is going to be slotted into the number 9 spot. So Jimenez is going to work to the top of the Marlins lineup at the top of the 9th inning. He is going to try to protect a 10-run lead and close out this ball game. Here's a 2-2 count. Jimenez working to Harrison. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that's the first out of the inning. And now Jimenez faces Brian Anderson. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Joe Jimenez delivering. There's a liner into left field. Chasing is the left fielder Malik Smith. He plays it on a hop, and that's going to be a 1-out single for Brian Anderson. Jimenez now facing Lewin Diaz with 1 out, 1 man on. Here's the 2-2 count and the pitch, and a check swing for strike 3. So Jimenez gets his second strikeout on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And J.J. Bleday comes up as the Marlins are down to their final out. With 2 outs and 1 man on. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch, and Bleday checks his swing, but that is strike 3 called, and the game is over. So the Marlins go down 10-1 to the Cubs here. 11-1, excuse me, a 10-run win. The Cubs getting 11 runs on 13 hits with 1 error. The Marlins 1 run on 5 hits with 1 error. We see that the Cubs, Lance McCullers, earns the win. He goes to 9-2 on the season, throwing 8 innings of 4-hit, 1-run baseball with 1 walk and 10 strikeouts, and lowering his ERA to 3.21 on the season. Jimenez works the 9th inning, a scoreless 9th, to close out the game. He has not earned a save. George Springer, however, is the player of the game for the Cubs. Springer went 2 for 5, hitting 2 home runs and driving in 5, scoring 3 times in this contest. So, C.J. Cron and Nick Neidert were both ejected from this game in the 6th inning, and they are both going to be out for several games, it would appear. Braxton Garrett suffers the loss. He drops to 3-5. He threw 5 innings of 4-hit, 2-run baseball with 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a home run allowed. The Cubs improved to 47-24 on the season, while the Marlins dropped to 23-49. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.